foforɔ a bɔ mmɔden a sɛ wobɛsubscribe wobɛlike wobɛhyɛ na wakyerɛ w'adwene so wafa dwumadi a yɛ nyinaa yɛti yi ho mabusua ɛne breaking news a ɛfiri Alaska de don asɛ yɛba no sɛ nkyɛn Mensa ne ne crew ne nyinaa ɔne ne team ne nyinaa ɔmate aseɛ sɛ ɔmopɛ sɛ ɔmo resign na sisi na ɔmo resign nye yi because ɔmo hu sɛ deɛ Mahama ɛne NDC aban ne yɛba no a ɔmo antena ase anresign a deɛ ɛbɛto ɔmo n'enyi abusua nyɛ no nko asan so na video of court chikita nsɛm a ɛnam abɔnten so ɛkɔ so nyinaa court no deɛ court proceedings no ɔso a video ka ho abusua dɛ mɔmo yɛnko ne nko ti wi ana yɛagye nkyerɛ mu
that of I the government no na omo cartel say you scratch my back I scratch your back eri wo ni enti ana the chief justice the MPP and one no the defenders adima the chief justice because na Jane Mensa no our full protection just say you assure no say you be born ho ban now I sat on this particular medium and at this radio station to tell the whole Ghana say emri bi beba Jane Adukwe Mensa ebe man nsa so bi ehu nsa emri bi beba the chief justice be man nsa so bi ehu nsa emri bi beba even the Nanado himself obepa protection and I want baby our man is say akwakodu and as I wish NPP me see they are criminals without intelligence omo ye unintelligent criminals omo ye akromfo asabi omo nyansa wo fam and the chief justice and then almost started so chief justice no onja adwuma no afama Mahama afi o mahu say amanfo edi revelations ba se niam boni amame na ye ewo honom no wakwaja nan note so now I will appeal to John Mahama and the people say ye mami na emani so yesa ni jina fa ni jina court na we no me can't tell say ye breaking news but per information ye peke no Jane Mensa ni deputies no kura no wo mu nya omo be resign say until this week e be next week because in say na obumpo na nsunsu de ni koi na wukura obu mpo na nsunsu de ni koi na wukura papa na aye Nanado no obom ho ban no what fie chief justice na ye de bibia akọ no abo egu no ene okọ enti wutu aye den enti me sisu sanka bio se impeyin se na obumpo na nsunsu de ni koi na wukura meka me ho aba man na for messages na bra ma minka o se screen live emra ye ko ne se we the petitioners wamo etwro edema John Dramani Mahama se wamo ehu se the chief justice ni niam bi oye no entweye enkoye no wamo councils and am lawyers ni ye wo chachuchi kata ye wo eye vamawo and ye wo eye sorry at law Ati ewie sabe bra Facebook na ubeka ya 2020 elections emra chachuchi kata kire se womuma the EC boss emegina adakam na onyinye nsam bia no womu preventing na nkomo mpeso mbema kwan but on this issue afedu sukra no se kasa na even kwa obo mamini din kura na they were preventing no say one more man maybe so enkoye sa emfama no now some bra Facebook just like the page you know yeah what transpired ewo court macho yanko
is it Adukwe or Adukwe yes when did Mrs. Jane Adukwe Mensa, the chairperson of First Respondent and the returning officer for the presidential election, first realized there were errors in figures she had announced in the declaration of 9 December 2020. When? This is a question only one person in the world can answer.
Mr. Chikata, why wouldn't you limit?
I'm sorry.
Just listen with rapt attention. Bra Facebook, like the page, your page, you know.
Rather than the personality, to me, that you attack is against the personality of the person and not the office. So we'll be happy if you just limit it to the chairperson.
Listen with rapt attention.
Because in her absence, any of the deputies, anybody at all could step in. And
respectfully, my lords, there is only one returning officer for the presidential elections.
And that is
that returning officer is not the EC. That returning officer is the chairperson of the Electoral Commission.
Like that, chairperson, that's all. We are not
the chairperson has a name. I'm not able to mention the name of the chairperson. No, my lord, respectfully, I want to understand. Am I being prohibited from mentioning the name of the chairperson? Is that the issue?
Reading through your petition,
yes,
as to the instant application, the constant emphasis on the name. What I'm telling you is that we'll be satisfied just with the designation, because in her absence, any of the deputies could act in that position.
My lord.
So if it is an election petition and you are challenging the election of the president, it is sufficient that the institution charged with the responsibility of conducting that election had done their work, and the chairperson, who is the head, represents that institution and not the personality, the name.
My lords, with the greatest respect, I believe that the constitutional requirements regarding the returning officer and the particular circumstances that we are dealing with in this case do not make it possible to have the situation that you are envisaging, where somebody else steps in for the chairperson. Respectfully, the Constitution makes the chairperson and only that chairperson the returning officer. And in the circumstances of this case, that chairperson happened to be the person that we...
92.3 Alaska the Don. Woni otutu prempa Ghana fo enyawa anka ahwera de kodi abeni
and John Dramani ma say omanemu ado ene enchini boto adango ajeno adango ya teso Professor ni entie ma me no Professor Jenna na pokwa chimai me no koi ya ma me adwudwo ne ho kakra na Dr. Samuel Foswampofu awo ne office na ever papa ya guy pa stakeholders a forum engagement be a course so hi Charlie but yeah tie the man with a swag.
Beyond these ideas, we need concrete policy action. Excellency urges all stakeholders, researchers, policy makers, development experts, and grassroots leaders to generate innovative, pragmatic policy recommendations. But beyond this, beyond these ideas, we need concrete policy action. Excellency urges all stakeholders, researchers, policy makers, development experts, and grassroots leaders to generate innovative, pragmatic policy recommendations. But beyond this, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, beyond these ideas, we need concrete policy action. Excellency urges all stakeholders, researchers, policy makers, development experts, and grassroots leaders to generate innovative, pragmatic policy recommendations. But beyond this, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, beyond these ideas, we need concrete policy action. Excellency urges all stakeholders, researchers, policy.
There is some more kind na ojina the vice president and na all culture Ghana for say mame no na dwuma bo mabel pa na onimude no nimde oye we John Dramani Mahama amamuo we ya ekamia ye se obia ye de amamuo na adwumade bia sa ne nse bia onimude almost every sector bia obi o hye ho bia nimne oye. But I've been telling the appointees of this government to say, before you come out to make any public announcement and as a statement, go back to my party manifesto. Go back to my campaign promises. Now let's face facts. And the energy sector, and no anasamre egusu John Dramani Mahama as it stands now. The energy sector, for now, the president ain't a problem. Now the managers of that sector no should calm down. Amu swallow mu ego. They should listen to wise counsel. Well, some of us, we don't sleep. And some of us really fought for this particular victory. Yemu bi yemu jahun faso na mudi. Yemu bi bra ya bra. Yen life and ye dia tu chacha. Yen profession ye dia tu chacha. Ana mudi. Yen bresu fifre na mudi. So whenever we sat here, you don't love John Mahama more than we do. You don't love the NDC more than we do. And it's a idea when Koye, and this goes to Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim. Yabasiramu, the chief directors, the various MMDAs, mu making sure say, see a transfer one year, mom open transfer. Because they are sabotaging the regional ministers, the district assemblies, those MPP appointees in the Wahano. Some person memo way ekoya. Those people must be transferred. Aye facts. Who call baby accountant or aye MPP ni now one minimum memo bu anke ya tuti awom or to ya den. Yaba kano krani di atiramo. Honorable Babs Atanase. Honorable Babs, a former parliamentary aspirant, Buem constituency, Atanase. Yaba Chemu sa Kujo Adupo Eastern Region Nadmo Director, as Baba Kayensa, and then some Adaba Masono. But we don't know, sir, a coincidence. Whenever MPP is in opposition, now Central University, auditorium, and the economic lectures. And then His Excellency Kennedy Japan, economic lectures. Now, according to Kennedy Japan, no, idea cost says Sydney appreciate elbu dollar ni nyina no aya international market no mun demand dollars afenyo market susu say aban we bound to contractors ka enunti e man dollars wo idi ye bisa afenyo market say you there let's admit contractors are Ghana higher the dollars na tu amuka na yay. Now, again, for the past 2 years, MPP befi power no, ni ya suspending yen domestic debt aye service ni yen tiaka adenti na still na dollar no na eko soro. Amamuo anya tia esun. Amamuo anya tia esun. Anaba kwaba.
Yeah, Alaska.
Na boko dia.
Boko Alaska. Is it?
The way I say white there, I say ever translate here raho.
Well, my dream is not clear, but sometimes the coincidence be a while.
Exactly.
You say divine.
Ever. Now Ghana to say.
Alaska. How is it? Ada film ana nupun te mama show white
asemo
92.3 we produce for be white fine.
That's right.
I show and I Ghana need the eyes on.
I mean him say be a producer not to say CEO be behind
you na me kita me phone na me share platforms.
Okay.
Na man for a budget aban or any I mean this positive signals are eba. Na obi a emphatic statement be say oh and where the year you are cramp fright or no.
Oh, that's right.
Back from into a car, and I'm casting. Before a Ramadan, many me uncle call Nima ho baby.
Okay.
Now, Kufogal Cassiano. Some bois. That was our December.
Yes.
Nay, 1,002.
1,200 that yellow gallon.
Sa enti nipa ka say atia ba 6 something no na me frɛ wife say ukwa mi wo say o ma me bill speed oto niama na oil na so kufo gallon na so 680
680
so how na me relate na no mo ka plan so no wonder te say utimi say prices no minimum but from boom it is to a boom
but you beside the way for the past 8 years what is say on mine especially say Cuba to say guta catch a via for some muntini amaso
say name mo say me I always know guta to fight government
federal
abusua say Mensa and the team no say no pressure Matia says some resign and I say or from Mupim some more resign. One thing I will say and say they've done their job, they've done really, really well on my idea. Yes, Bema baby, no one being right now say it's their time to go and rest up. And then I say one casat who say yes, time as one younger and as one retire. No man want somebody the Cristiano Ronaldo nibi. No matter how old he is, no bebo born, and I say how tired he is, or bebo born, or man yes I knew money be. If the nyame say no crap hard ya, both step no taking. Because it takes a lot to take this kind of step and as a leap in your life. Maybe as see he see a jema basi. Wo jema ba from ntino. So mama na tia so no one kasa be resign no mama hama ba ha no ho me reshuffle ni ade ade a. Onye ni team ne ye do mo nyina ase ye bo mo nyina ba so. Omo nyina ya ade from 2016 from one ba 2024 about to Omaya they've done really well. We held a peaceful election. Bibia fa na kwam. Nneoma nketenkete bi na ɛbaa ne nyinaa nso. Na me adom bibia ɛtɔ yie. Ti sɛ maame no so resign dia yɛ de nyame ase yɛ ma ɛsɛ de Ghana sɛ nyinaa yɛ sɛ yɛ dan ase na yɛ yɛ gya no kwan ɛma no kɔ. Na bisua Alaska kan sɛ bebree bi wa na me ne yɛ adwen bo so na me ne adwen ɛwɔ baabi a wɔse obi a ɔyɛ known MPP member bia no so kuta position yɛ ngim firi ne nsɛm. Bisua fa bu ha me ne yɛ adwen bi wɔ so a me ne nyɛ adwen. Makɔyɛ sɛ Bible no meka good thing masa aka bad thing about the same one particular thing no meka good thing about it maka bad thing about it. Asɛm ne sɛ so ɔyɛ known MPP no bɛtumi ayɛ adwuma no a adɛn nti na ɛwɔ sɛ yɛyi no firi hɔ. Ne nkyerɛmu no wotie a wɔse MPP yɛhu ɔmo baeɛ ɔmo bɛyɛ bi ɔmo antumi anyɛ nti adɛn nti na ɔmo nkɔfoɔ da so wɔ in positions. Bisua so obɛtumi ayɛ deɛ anka mɛmɛ fam deɛ nka adɛn nti na yɛngyae no ma no nyɛ because ɔno nso yɛ Ghanaian. Before MPP, before political parties, Ghana first. He was a Ghanaian before becoming a political member of the party member of the MPP. Ebusua me ma dwen di a kam mesrɛ sɛ nka ɔmo nyinaa na so wɔ ɔmo nti ɔmo positions na ɔmo mbɔ adwuma so obetumi ayɛ adwuma no nko ade a why not leave them there and let them work and help Ghana because Ghana yie ne yɛhwehwɛ na political party bi yie bi ne yɛhwehwɛ but fam wɔ so a mete Alaska ase say because we MPP no there's no way say ebimu wɔ hɔ a ɛnyɛ ɔmo nyinaa ebimu ɔmo bɛyɛ ɔmo adwene sɛ ɔmo nyɛ adwuma no yie sɛdeɛ ebinya mahama etwa ne mpere Ghana fo binya mahama no mo twa na ahom wate ase ɔmo de mahama aba abɔnten na ɔbɛka sɛ mahama ayɛ sei mahama ayɛ wi mahama ayɛ wi because there is no way say BBC a in layman's view no mostly they don't see say bi a minister we na wa na say sorry ebi a CEO we na wa ha na say CEO we na say CEO ɔmo sɛ president na nke say this will mess it up it affect the governance the government it affects the president the people will shift the blame onto the president see say bana sa dia meti Alaska say but the must make nyina say there are people who are experienced. There are people who know what they are doing. They don't put their professions into politics and they don't play with their profession. They care about their dignity. And so, wow, be a Jumana said the essay. And the union as you are Ghana for and found one name political party will be free. Say, Juman would deserve and so the person have to do it. It's all the money panel. Okas Yanjama party for the party in Winnie and Yanjaman better way, my better Ghana tumpon. It was an order many Alaska dream, but the aka nyinaa ɔkan deɛ nsɛm bebree ɔkan deɛ ebu amena ne adwene especially the kan Japan ne afɛnyɛ mo dollar ratings nsɛm ne nsɛm bebree ɛkɔ so ɔman Ghana abusua Ghana yɛduru baabi yɛsɛ yɛtumi to dirty politics nkwankwa politics no we've grown past that ɛyɛ nkwankwa politics na mpanimfoɔ no bi da so yɛ no right now Ghana aduru baabi a ɛsɛ yɛ standard no go higher Ghana first and forget about the politicians now they become Ghana first, not political party first. But they always put their political parties ahead of Ghana. Na busu amedwen ho amenti ahye nti ahye nim say mutimi ba beka sei na makoye bi. Amu say politics and one kasa na mo ba na mabekasa ada nti say me say bi ni ho bi. So abusua mon kan kye mo mpanimfo no mpanimfo amutie muntum hofo na mo nyina yem kwa ma Ghana nkoso koso hwe say de sisi amahama. Sɛ mohwɛ sɛ desimi blasted during next 10 bi na otwam 2020 mu hɔ no a etwam no mesem 2020 that ate ase that ne time na ɔbɛspɛnde yɛ no na hwɛ this amammuo no so ɔka so ɔkɔsua de ampa hwɛ sɛ ɔde agu grounds papa no ɛbɔ adwuma ma meɛmbɔ naba so abusua meda ase sɛ mo nyina monya ntoboaseɛ na motie mehwɛɛ me abusua bɔ mmɔden sɛ wo so bɛhyɛ na wo so alike na wo so akyerɛ w'adwene da mo nyina mo ase